Welcome to the VIP section.
But I was an assistant artist. I did, and as we was working, because they made a big issue saying that it wasn't an initial sketch, but a lot of this stuff in the mural, it was a lot.
Shout out to Jay Lee, Coach Jay Lee. Was Lou spending his money or the Adidas money?
Hey, yo.
Or did you not know about these things? You just balling?
All I know is I need to go upstairs and sit on the bleachers and wait for my check so I can get.
Hey, yo, it's the kid that got the hustle with tray bags and AK mags to shoot gate bags and 8 grabs. I walk the streets and fuck the car pal, cause I'm a star child and walk bikes and kill the niggas LIR style. I stabbed the doctor in the clinic lobby and gave him a
stay in Harlem.
Right.
Mace, Herb McGruff, or Big Al?
Damn, that's tough. That's tough, bro.
Sheababytv.
Herb McGruff's cadence and delivery is crazy. Big L's wordplay and wittiness was crazy.
Definitely legendary and fire. Yeah, Sham, we got kicked because, we had to play that music. Because this is why I'm on this page now, because my other page, they banned me for a month because we like a radio show. My brother DJs, I do the VJing. So that's what makes it lit. That's why the artists, everybody like coming up here. So we just going to move around with it. Thanks for pulling up, my boy. How's everything, man?
Man, everything is good, man. Everything is blessed, man. I'm just happy to be here.
Yo, Sham, you don't understand how legendary this interview is going to be for us, for our platform. Bro, you don't understand. You got to be the only guy I know that in the basketball game, period, because there's a lot of killers. We even gonna put Jordan up there. We're gonna put Kobe up there. But I don't know if everybody ever invented a move that they all use. Right or wrong, Joe? You never seen Kobe, Sham?
Yeah.
Of course, man. Get out of bomb, Joe. I couldn't believe it when I seen Kobe, Sham. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
go front. I seen Sham playing pickup ball in Rucker one day. Pickup ball, shirts and skins. And he had the niggas playing zone.
Facts. Yeah, but wait. So before we get deep into the interview, how does that feel, like as a player to invent a move that I think it'll be around forever?
I mean, it's just a humbling experience, to go through every day. Like I said, I never set out to do none of that. I just wanted to be the best basketball player I could be. I loved dribbling growing up, and growing up, that was my passion. That's what I really love. I became obsessed with it, and then it just took on a life of its own. So, like I said, it's just a humbling experience. It's a lot of players I looked up to. One of the great point guards I looked up to, he's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, I think tomorrow, Tim Hardaway. And I got the pleasure to be working with his son now, with the Dallas Mavericks every day. So
word.
It's like I said, it's a surreal moment. My life is like going in full circle. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
No, congratulations, man. You deserve it too, man, because you've always been a humble dude, and that's what I think. Besides the move and besides the history that you have in the game, I just think the fact that you're very humble, and people like that, man. Especially dealing with what's my man's name, Mark Cuban.
Nah, it's just that I know where my talent come from. You know what I'm saying? My talent come from God. It's not my talent. It's not my talent to hold back or take away. So, I just live in the moment. Just like I said, work every day. It's just who I am. I grew up around great people, great players. That's the one thing I've been blessed in life to be one of the kids that, even though the circumstances wasn't great, I was always blessed to grow up around great people. Like growing up in Harlem, growing up around Mace, Cameron, then like Rafe Austin, Stephon Marbury, Kareem Reed. I just think the 90s was great. And then like even playing the McDonald's All-American game with like KG, Paul Pierce, Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett, Chauncey Billups, which we all close friends.
It's crazy. Yeah, because I seen the picture. I seen a picture that you put on your Instagram.
Yeah,
And it
that's my
seemed like
picture from the McDonald's. Yeah.
I know, but the crazy thing about it, me and my man in the moment, shout out to in the moment, we was talking about. It seemed like you was the life of wherever you were, because you could see Vince Carter, Chauncey Billups,
Yeah.
all of them just around you. Because I
Yeah.
know they were
Yeah.
from other states. Because being
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
New York at that time was something serious.
Yeah, and that's what I think. That's what made it better. Not saying that this era don't have that, because there's kids in this era that have that, but the era I grew up in, it was like a lot of word of mouth. So you really had to be
Yeah.
doing something. You really had to be doing something for people to think you was nice. And like you said, in that picture, I always laugh and joke, and I always like to say, I always like to say, I'm your favorite player. You know what I'm saying? And if
Facts.
you look at the picture, like you said, I'm in the middle and everybody's around me. And that's how it's always been. It wasn't like nothing to be like braggadocious about, but that's how it's always been. It's always been, we always have the New York swag. And I always, the one thing about dribbling is an art. So it's like dancing, it's like music. So it's like if you become great at that, then people around you will recognize that. And even when I was in the McDonald's All American game, the one thing I could do was dribble better than mostly everybody. So of course they were asking me like different questions. Like I remember like KG used to always ask me, man, can you show me this move? Can you show me that move? Can you show this move? So even amongst like the greatest players, and even when I was a rookie and I grabbed with Wizards, and I remember I got in the game against the Lakers, I had to be like, my rookie, I didn't really play, so it had to be like 5 minutes left in the game. They subbed me in for something, subbed me in, and Shaq was on the sideline, and I didn't even know Shaq. And he's like, "Oh, that's Shammgod. Yo, you better put it on them. This, and that." And
Crazy, right?
That's crazy.
me and Kobe was already friends because, I met him when he first came back to the United States, and rest in peace. I was teaching him how to dribble and stuff like that. So
Wait,
that
you was
relationship,
teaching Kobe how to dribble?
yeah, in high school. So like,
Yeah, he said in high school, Tom.
yeah, so it was
No,
like,
but you know why? You know why that's a believable story? Because Kobe always was willing to learn. That's what made him so
yeah.
great.
But it's like if you look at the history, like if you look at Kobe interviews or whatever, because what happened was when it happened, it was just something like I was a year older than him, so I was a senior, he was a junior. We played ABCD together, and he first came, and this when Tim Thomas was the #1 player in the country,
Facts.
and Kobe,
Players.
yeah, and Kobe just came over, and he played on my team, and I had just made McDonald's All American. And so he played on my team, and and the team was supposed to be featuring me, and he was taking all the shots, and I was like, man, and everybody on the team,
That's
when you kids, you just say you just go at people. So everybody on the team was like, man, who this guy think he Jordan, man? This dude think he Jordan. Like, he walk like Jordan, talk like Jordan, like he just think he Jordan. And and we sitting there, we like, man, you ain't gonna never be no Jordan, man. You tripping.
Yeah.
So then after the first game, you know, like I really wasn't like I wasn't feeling him. I was like, nah, this supposed to be my shine. He doing all this. I'm like, I ain't with this. So then what happened was his father came up to me after the first game and was like, yeah, my son, it's Kobe Bryant, this and that. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, he could do everything, but he really can't dribble. So then he was like, would you teach him
Wow.
how to dribble? And then Cole always showed me love, even in those moments where it was like weird. He was like, yo, man, I never seen nobody dribble like you. I never seen nobody dribble like you.
word.
No,
So,
but it's the truth,
so,
though.
so
So
I'm
the
being,
crossover, everyone used to argue that the ball was not touching the ground.
yeah, see,
Remember
That
see that.
crossover, he's like, yo, the ball's not touching the ground.
Yeah, because
See, so,
today they, not to cut you off, but real quick, today they said, whose handle is better, Shammgod or Kyrie Irving? And I said, no, and you know what I said? I said, I can't say Kyrie Irving because he shams,
yeah, it's
right?
funny because, but it's like yeah, so I had told him, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in the gym like 5 in the morning. I was just saying it because I didn't think he wouldn't show up. So I was like, yeah, I'll be in the gym working out. So I got to the gym, it had to be like 6 or something. He was already in the gym, sweating, everything.
Yeah.
So of course I was just showing him some stuff I do, whatever. So then me and him became that time period, we became a 25-year relationship, like friendship. So then what happened was I have never, in high school, college, I have never told nobody that story. So when he was about to retire, he played Boston. And then the Boston people interviewed him and was like, you know, what are some of the things you look back, you know, in your career? And he was like, the craziest thing, I remember Shammgod taught me how to dribble. So that's how people first knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then of course everybody started interviewing me about it. But like y'all saying, people don't understand, like the Sham, that's cool. It's cool. But it's like one of those like bittersweet things from when it comes to me. And it's like, and that's why I said I take it so humbly, because it's like one of those bittersweet things, because if the people that saw me play in high school, because you know we didn't have Instagram, all this other stuff, but the people that like saw me live play, not that somebody told them something, but some people that saw me live play, the stuff that y'all saying now about the ball barely hitting the floor, stuff like that, people would say that's way better than the Sham.
No, you know what? Hold on. I got another movie just talking about that.
And there's another movie.
No, hold on, Tone. We was just talking about that. That Sham became the most famous move. But that wasn't the craziest shit you was doing. My shit, when I thought of the Sham move, I thought of the dribbling up the through the legs real fast up the court.
Real low.
Yeah.
And then you do the Sham.
Yeah, so it's like, so what happened was, it's like, I remember
Daddy's like, oh, he's in his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember 50 Cent was talking one day, and 50 Cent was like, man, no matter what songs I ever create, everybody will always want to hear in the club. So he was like, that's like bittersweet. And right at that moment when he said it, I said, I get it, because it's like, I remember when I was in a rookie year, I played in Summer League. That's when Kobe dunked on Ben Wallace. And I was telling the guy that was guarding him, I was like, yo, he gonna right the left cross. He gonna right the left cross. Because I showed him that. He gonna right the left cross. So he right the left cross, come down the middle, dunk on Ben Wallace. But every time I touched the ball in Summer League, they was like, oh, do the Sham, do the Sham, do the Sham. And it was like, it was the most like annoying thing in the world. Because I was like, yo, this is not even the coldest thing I ever did. Like, this is
it's not, bro.
Yeah, I'm like,
my shit was this. My shit was this too. When you dribble, you stop and do the cross like that.
Yeah.
That's my shit. If you like my shirt, these are the greatest.
Yeah.
Not for sale, just so you know that. But these are the greatest. I got you up here. I got Steph, Kenny Anderson.
That's love. Definitely.
Those are my four favorite. But I like a lot of
hold on. Yo, I remember, and this is like I said before the internet. Yo, I don't know if you remember this. It was just probably another game to you, but you came to Stepanek your senior year.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
And my man Hassan, he was a football player, but he was good enough to play varsity basketball also.
Mm-hmm. I remember playing against Stepanek.
Okay, so do you remember this one play? Yo, it was like you was taking it easy and you was just shooting jump shots the whole game, and everybody was mad. It was like, yo, you ain't crossed nobody.
Yeah.
And then you hit my man Hassan with the Sham, and his sneaker came off.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, I know exactly what you're talking about. So it's like, you know, it's like funny. It's funny because, like, you know, we have these, you know, the internet, of course, we have all these weird debates about stuff, right? So it's funny because when people go back and forth, that's why I never get caught up in the back and forth about dribbling, about Sham, about anything, because I'm always like, people don't understand, like that stuff I was doing since like 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. Okay. The world happened to see stuff in 97, and that's cool. But that stuff was done way before 97, way before the
No,
NCAA
no,
tournament.
we were babies. We were
Yeah.
babies, and it's the fact. Shout out to Pop in the building, but that's
Yes,
a
yes,
fact.
sir, Pop.
Yo,
Yes.
yo,
So
Shay,
it's like,
you.
so it's like when people go back and forth about this and that, and I laugh because I'll be like, because even like when people do so even like when people do the sham and they do different versions, right? And I always laugh because I'm like, I have done all those versions, but they just saw one version because of the NCAA tournament. Because when we was coming up, high school games wasn't played like that and stuff like that. So the people that was there live, I think that's why they go so hard for me, and they get into these debates with people because they be like, "Yo,"
because they watch it on TV. You had to see it live.
yeah.
I got to see a nigga body shake, a nigga
but
body crack.
not even that. It's because when they see me in high school, like to be real, like when I got to college and stuff, I was dribbling and I was practicing dribbling. It was cool. When I was in high school, I was obsessed with dribbling. So I dribbled probably every day of my life in high school. So when you see somebody that do something every day in those moments, it's totally different when you see somebody do something here and there, here and there. It's like now we could go on the court and I probably still drill better than half most of the people I know right now. I can still get low, still do all that stuff.
Facts.
But it'll be crisp to people that see it because they never saw it. They'll be like, oh man, he that old and he can dribble like that, he that age. But if you've seen it when I was really practicing dribbling every day, it's a whole different feel. You know what I'm saying? Because like now, I can dribble crossover real low. Like when I work out with the Mavs to show people, they always be amazed at how low I dribble. But
yo, you be shaking them still on the Mavericks team?
Yeah, but y'all saw
He
it.
said,
yeah.
Yo, Shay, I just know you used to walk in.
Hold on.
Yeah, so, but the thing is, when y'all saw me cross, y'all be like, oh, when I saw him cross, it never hit the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The difference, like now, like when the Mavs players see me cross, they be like, man, you dribble like 2 inches off the floor. That's crazy, right? But when y'all saw me dribble, it's like, yo, it don't even hit the floor. So
It didn't even hit the floor, bro. It was like a yo-yo.
No, yeah. It was like, yo, carry.
So I remember one time. I remember one time playing against I played against St. Raymond's. This is like the year after Kareem Reed left. So I'm like, Capital School Player of the Year. And I remember coming up the court and the ref was behind me. And I did a double cross and the ref called walk. Because he was like, the ball didn't touch the floor. So then that's like when the whole persona start coming like really crazy then. And I was like, everybody in the room was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, and then at halftime, me and him was talking, and he was like, man, he was like, I'm not gonna lie. He was like, from looking from behind you, he was like, I just thought you just had the ball in both of your hands and just like went back and forth and just ran. And then I showed him in front of him, and he was like, I'm not gonna lie, it still don't look like it hit the floor.
That's a fact.
And that's it.
Well, the people in the comments got a lot of questions for you. I posted this.
Yeah.
You see that at the bottom of the screen? He says, Shay, asked them about the game in 55th with Barry from Auto Tops that year. What was that about?
Oh, Pop talking about when I killed.
Yeah.
Pop talking about when I killed that game. And that's when I was doing the sham in 55th. And even in that game, like they'll tell you, like in that game, I had did the sham to a double cross. Like I did it cross and then cross right back and went down the lane and caught a dunk. And so it's just stuff like that, And like I said,
I got a move that people don't talk about that you probably even forgot that you had in the arsenal.
Which one?
I ain't gonna lie.
Backwards.
Nope. So when I knew sham was crazy in round ball, I saw this nigga do a spin sham.
The what? Yeah, the
Oh
keeping in the same
yeah,
hand.
the spin
Keeping in the
sham.
same hand.
The spin, yes, the spin sham was crazy. Yo, I remember that.
The spin and
Remember
keep
that.
and the spin and cross at the
I
same time.
remember being the gym. Yes,
Yeah. Spin cross at the same time. I do that now.
You
I be
definitely
showing them.
invented that.
like
I
by the
be
3 point
showing them.
line by the bench.
Yes.
Yeah,
It wasn't in the top of the key. It was on the side.
Yeah,
like
I
on
be showing them that. I be showing them that in the gym. The one hand cross, like the spin to the cross.
Yo,
But
do
like I
you
said,
remember
for me,
the
yeah.
first person you like? I know you practiced it. Do you remember the first person you successfully hit with the sham?
Yeah, good question, Tom. Facts.
Let me see. Damn, I don't even know. It was probably in 155th Street, but I'm trying to think who I was playing against.
What age you think?
No, I knew what age. I was 14 because that's the first. That's
Damn,
that's when
crazy.
That's when they was calling me a freshman because I was in the 9th grade and I was the first 9th grader to play 55th. I remember that easy.
Shout out to Mid Range Mike. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay.